Hey guys, welcome back to Feather's Charm. I'm Feather and welcome to this episode of the My Bullet Journal Journey series. Today I'll be creating the spread for February. Now before I begin, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share and follow me here on YouTube, on my social media channels, on my website and on Patreon. Your donations really help me make more content like this. And if you want to be a part of the creation process, please don't forget to leave a comment or feedback in the comment section below, and I'll do what I can to create the content that you love. Also, please check out the other episodes of this series so you can get ideas for your own bullet journal. So, let's begin. Also, as a side note, please forgive any train noises, any banging, any scratches. I'm cat sitting for my cousin in her apartment and all the echoiness as well. So it's a different environment, so I apologize for any of that. But let's begin. I start by flipping through January. You see the New Year's resolution page has been filled out, the monthly overview, the monthly trackers, and the dailies and all the other things that I fill out normally during weeks, days, month, that sort of jazz. As you can see, the last few pages aren't filled out as much purely because I am filming this halfway through January, and it has been a very crazy month, what with my job change, my birthday, family things, family commitments and things like that. So it's just been a full-on month, and February looks like it's going to be following suit, so yay. So we are starting off with the cover page as usual, and you can see the outline of the cover that I kind of want to do, and this sort of follows inspiration that I took from Pinterest. You'll see it here. So this is the inspiration for what I thought February was going to look like for me, but I wanted to keep the whole Art Deco style, and I didn't want it to be too pink like in the picture. Now, before I carry on, I use the Arteza acrylic marker, the A700 Gold, as well as my handy dandy Uniball Unipin fine liner in 0.8. So that's what I use to create the lines and the calligraphy title of the page. I also go back to using my Arteza Real Brush pens. I miss using them. So the ones that I'm using right now are the Rouge Pink, the A190, and the Neon Pink, the A107. So I use them to create this whole sort of triangle, diamond kind of shapes. And actually it is really pretty because I also go in with the water pens. So yes, I am finally using these pens as the watercolor pens that they were designed for. I sort of wanted to have something different because I didn't have the washi tape or the stickers that you see in the inspiration picture. So I thought, let's go in with watercolor. Let's make it a little bit more jazzed up and show that I can do other styles and not just drawings or using washi tapes and stickers. Let's add some paint into this thing and make it a little bit more lived in, which I will probably do again later in the months, or later in the year, towards the end of this bullet journal or in my next bullet journal. Who knows? We'll see. So yeah, I use the pens as watercolors. I draw them out. I draw out the colors first because that way it's easier for the paint to flood the page. I also go in with the peach color, the peach A116 color, because I didn't want it to be too pink. You see a lot of February spreads that have a lot of pink, the whole Valentines, hearts kind of style, and I wanted to steer away from that. So I add the pink, the peach, and I also go in with my crocodile green, the A126, and the wisteria purple, the A188. Now I chose these colors because I thought, hey, it works. It's springtime. It's coming. But I don't know. I think part of me sort of saw a little bit of a circus kind of style in this. I think I might do that for April, but we'll see, because this style is actually pretty cool. It actually does kind of look circus type, but not quite in the colors that they use. I mean, it's not, you know, the whole yellow and red kind of theme, but it does kind of remind me of it. Even though it's sort of meant to emulate a different style, it just kind of popped out on its own, just like this. But I'm pretty happy with it, so we're gonna go for it. So yeah, we are moving on to the monthly overview and the monthly trackers. And as you can see, yes, the paint does come through a little bit. The colors do come through a little bit, but it's not so much like when it happened in July and I used the Everblend marker and I had to tear out an entire page to cover it up. So I'm pretty happy with it. The water doesn't seep through. It's not like you know, it's not hindering the actual pages. So if you want, you can use this sort of journal like I'm using. So it's the Citrus Book Bindery journals. They do also do other page styles, so you can have it thicker so that the watercolors and the paint doesn't actually come through. And as you can see, I am doing the whole Art Deco style again because I love the style, and I think it really goes well with what I'm doing right now, as well as the calligraphy style, freehand kind of look for the titles. But yeah, going back to using the journal, I would highly recommend buying from Citrus Book Bindery if you're in the UK. I think you can also get them shipped to the US, but I know that they're based in the UK, so that's why I'm using them. And as you can see, I'm using these another Arteza acrylic marker, which I will showcase a little bit later. And you can see the boxes just faintly. For the calendar, I use the silver, and it's sort of looking like it's not there, but there is a silver background to this page. Again, I'll showcase the name and the number of the pen because I forget to do it now. And I do go back to the triangles, the watercolor triangles on the calendar itself, just to give it a little bit more decoration. You can also see that I go back in with my standard rose, but this time it's the stained glass rose, the one that I used in January as well. And as you can see, I use my Staedtler Triplus fiber tip pens, so the same ones that I used back in January. If you go back to that video, you'll know which colors I use to fill in the rose again. So I absolutely love this style because it gives a little more dimension to the rose than just the one color. Now in the white space below, I chose to do these squiggly lines, but it doesn't fill them up quite as much as I had hoped, because I didn't want to leave it blank, and I didn't want to do the whole geometric pattern style that I eventually end up going for in the weeks. So I might add a few of those geometric patterns or the shapes, because it just makes sense with the triangles and the color. And yeah, I should have just done, I should have stuck with what my gut said. So yeah. So now we're on to the monthly trackers, and you can see I keep the whole layout as I did before, and I am going with a quote. I am proud of the person I am, because I have gone through a lot of trials lately, and it's made me into the person I am today. And yeah, I'm proud of the person I am today. And you can see the rest of the bullet journal is filled in. I just add a few more squiggly lines, and I will go back to the first page to create the whole watercolor look later in February. Now we're moving on to the first week. spread. So as you can see, I am going in again with the sort of Art Deco style around the dailies boxes, and then I do the trackers and the habit trackers at the bottom. And this time I do fill in the calendar. I use the peach pen, the peach Arteza real brush pen, to outline the week that I'm in. And I did tease this before. I had an idea that I found early in July, and this is what I chose to do with my dailies boxes. So you see the circles at the top there. Those circles are going to be for the dates. So instead of having the day of the week, so the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it'll just be the number of the date. And as you can see, I'm using the Arteza acrylic marker, the metallic pink mauve, the A711, and you can see here that I've actually showcased the silver that I used earlier. So this is the A702 silver. So I use that in the boxes on the monthly overview, and I'll use it again in the decorations and the swirly curly Q styles. You see the A700 gold that I use again, and this is the bubblegum pink pen, the A703, which you probably have seen me use in December for some of my roses. But yeah, those are the pens that I use. So you can see the shimmer on the page and a few of the smudges as I use them against the ruler. And I go back in to do the watercolored triangles against the habits boxes to fill in the pages, to fill in the white space. And as I said, I went for the whole geometric pattern, the shapes, the triangles, the rectangles, the circles, the squares, that sort of thing, to fill in the space other than the rows, because I didn't want to do hearts, and I wanted to kind of step away from that sort of Valentine's Day kind of look. So that's how I laid out February, and this is how the rest of the page goes. It'll just be different sort of styles of decoration. The layout is going to be the same, so I'll leave you guys to that. I will say one thing though, because I did make a mistake in one of the weeks. So one of the outline boxes for the dailies, there's a mistake there. I think it's in week 3 or 4. Can't quite remember, but I kind of misaligned one of the boxes. So there's going to be one that has an extra little I don't know, outline box or square in it. I have to live with it now because I don't want to go back with a white pen. It's still going to peek through the white pen, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is. So if you're as perfectionistic as me, you're gonna have to live with it as well, because I'm living with it. I'm learning to accept these mistakes and accept that that's what makes my bullet journal unique. So I will leave you guys to it, and I'll see you at the end of the video. As a side note, I do re-showcase the pens that I'm using. So you see me showcase the peach, the crocodile green, and the wisteria purple, just because I hadn't done it before, or at least I thought I hadn't done it before. You'll see me re-showcase the gold, I think, or the mauve, as I'm doing now, because I genuinely thought I had forgotten to do it. So hey, you get to see it another time, because you know, you guys can get an idea of what I'm actually using. Yeah, you can see it in this one here. There's an extra little box and line where the border is because I misaligned it there. So yeah, that's what I've got to look forward to in that week. You can see me struggling with the pages that of this journal. That's sort of the downside of buying journals that have glued pages. I bought this one because I love the whole idea of the open spine, where the spine has sort of decorative string or thread or whatever it is that hold the pages and the book together. If I had bought the one that had the spiral spine where the pages aren't glued together, I wouldn't be having this problem. I just have to navigate around the spine of the book. But because I wanted this sort of style, yeah, that's what I have to deal with. And if you guys want to do the same thing, you just have to remember that while you're using the journal, this will happen. Anyway, we are now on to the last page, and we are doing the same duality where there's a diary moment at the top and the totals at the bottom, and I'm just splitting that up with a sort of decorative Art Deco style kind of border or divider. So I use, instead of the whole Art Deco look as I did back in January, I use a pink line and then the decorative style. I also use the geometric patterns, the shapes. And now we are on to the flip through. I have to say I do like this page, this spread. Yes, I do make mistakes here and there, but the actual look in person is actually really, really pretty, because the watercolor kind of makes the shapes and the general colors of the shapes actually more gentle than if I were to use felt pens or fiber tip pens. And I think I should have used them for the rose as well, because the rose does pop out a little bit more strangely than the gentle watercolor looks of the shapes. And I now realize I should have used the watercolor pens for them, which I will probably do in one of the later months of this journal. But there we go, that's February all done. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please, again, don't forget to check out the other episodes of this series to get ideas for your bullet journals, maybe for other months as well. And as always, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and follow me here on YouTube, on my social media channels, on my website, and on Patreon. Your donations really do help me make more content like this. And if you want to be a part of the creation process, please don't forget to leave a comment or feedback below, and I'll do what I can to make the content you love. And as always, be kind, be creative, and be unique. I'll see you later. Feather out.